This is probably my favourite foundation ever. Let's try these on. I would 100% wear this to prom. You can't see my pants through it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So you might notice I'm looking a little bit more glamorous than normal. I'm normally just sitting here in a hoodie or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, but today I'm actually I'm wearing this kind of cowl neck top thing, which almost looks like a prom dress. I am going to be changing into some prom dresses later in the video as well. I thought it would just be a really good video to do a drugstore makeup tutorial, and also on top of that try on some affordable prom dresses, just because when I was at prom I didn't have a lot of money to spend on dresses and makeup, and I ended up getting my dress on eBay. I think my dress was still like £50 on eBay, which is still a lot of money, but everyone that I was at prom with seemed to be spending like £100, £200 on their dresses, and at the time I just found it really hard to find good affordable prom dresses, so I thought I would kind of combine the two and do a dresses and makeup video in one. So all of these products are going to be drugstore that I'm using on my face, and all the dresses are going to be under £30 I think. And if you guys aren't already subscribed and you like this video, I would be very grateful if you would subscribe and turn on my notifications. By the way, if you're wondering where my jewellery is from, my necklaces are from Missoma. These earrings are from a Topshop I think, but I got them years ago, so I'll link some similar ones down below. And then my rings are from Regal Rose I think. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Essence Drops. I've really been enjoying these recently, they're really hydrating. I mean, I guess you could just use a moisturiser. You absolutely do not need to be this extra and use 2 primers, but just because I hadn't moisturised my face today, I thought I'd use that one first. I'm then going in with the Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. This is kind of like a blurring primer, but it's also not too drying. It just kind of smooths over everything and kind of blurs your pores a little bit. Then for foundation, oh, I've got a cat hair stuck to my lip. Nothing new here. The #1 foundation that I would recommend if you want a full coverage. I know that not everybody wants that for prom, but a lot of people do. And also foundation that doesn't flash back. This looks so good in flash photos in my experience. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I'm going to be mixing the shades Ivory with 03 True Ivory. As you can see, there's like a big colour difference in these. This one's a bit too dark, this one's a bit too light at the moment. Actually, maybe this one won't be too dark. You know what? I'm just going to risk the shade Ivory. If it ends up oxidizing, then oops. And this foundation is so long lasting, and I have friends who have dry skin who love this, and I personally myself have oily skin and I love this. This is probably my favourite foundation ever. If you want a foundation that's going to last throughout all of prom, give it a go. Wow, I love that fake tan line in my hair. Looks really great. So I'm then going in with the Revolution Supersize Concealer and Define Concealer. I'm going to try this shade C4 and see if this is kind of okay. Yeah, that looks alright. You can get a smaller version of this concealer that's a bit cheaper, but obviously you get less product. This concealer is almost a little bit too pink, but I think once I add my powder it'll be fine. That spot is so annoying, but I feel like hopefully my bronzer is going to disguise it a bit. Then for powders that aren't gonna like flash back and give you a white cast in photos, I have a couple that I would recommend. My favourite one of all time, they still have not got their shit together and made it available in the UK, so Maybelline, please bring the Fit Me Loose powder that looks like this, not the one that we have, but the American one, to the UK. I have the shade 10 Fair Light. This is so good. It's my favourite powder ever, and it's just so freaking good. If you can get your hands on this, I'd recommend that. But if not, then Rimmel will do a really good powder, which is the Stay Matte powder. This is such a classic. This is a really good one to kind of put in like your clutch or your bag or whatever you're going to bring to prom if you want to do touch-ups. And also as well, I really like the Revlon Colour Stay powder. As you can see, it's pretty much all gone. But I am going to go ahead and use my Maybelline one because it's my favourite. Ooh, whoops, maybe that was a bit much. By the way, if you're wondering about these green brushes, it's a new travel set from Spectrum. Then for bronzer, honestly, I was so tempted to use my Kiko Marbled Bronzer, but I was like, it's not technically drugstore and it's also limited edition. So instead, I'm going to be using the Revolution Pro 4K Bronzer Palette in Cool. And I'm going to be mixing this shade with a bit of this shade to give a little bit of glow. Then for blush, I'm using the CYO Powder Blush in Tell It Straight. This is kind of like really similar to the Milani one that I like. I do prefer the Milani one, but this one's a lot cheaper. and you can get it from Boots. And then for highlight, I know I talk about this all the time, but it's literally my favourite highlighter palette ever. I'm using my collaboration palette with Revolution. All the writing is rubbed off. I do have another one of these, but I'm just trying to like use this one up. And I'm going to go in with this gold shade here, which is definitely my favourite at the moment. But when I'm a bit lighter, I use this one and this one. Obviously, if you're not comfortable with any of these steps, you can definitely skip them out. But this is just what I would do if I was going to prom. So for my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my original Soph palette with Revolution. I obviously do have the Extra Spice one as well, which is what I was using for my mirror a second ago. This one is a bit more kind of like bright and bold. I mean, you've still got your neutrals in there, but I think for the kind of look I want to go for today, I'm going to use original Soph. This look should really go with any colour dress, any colour eyes. Obviously you can switch it up if you want to and use different colours, but I'm pretty sure this would go with most options. So I'm starting off with this shade right here, which has got a nice big dent in it. And I'm just gonna blend this through the outer corners of my eyes, but also through my crease. And then taking, do you mind? Some of this shade down here, which is called Mug Cake, and I think I'm gonna use a slightly smaller brush if I've got one that's clean. So I'm just using a slightly more tapered brush. This is the Zoeva Luxe Crease Brush, and this one was the soft crease brush. And I'm gonna dip into the shade Mug Cake, and I'm mostly just gonna focus this on my outer corners, but I'm gonna blend it kind of halfway through my crease, if that makes sense. Just kind of like that. And I am kind of winging this out very slightly, but if you're not comfortable with that, feel free to just make it rounded, or feel free to do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to me, I'm just some random girl on the internet, you know what I mean? Oh, and then I'm just going back in with the other brush to kind of blend out those edges. So I'm then taking that same colour called Mug Cake, and I'm just going to run a little bit of this along my lower lash line just to balance it out a little bit. Then on a flat brush, this is just one by Morphe, it doesn't have a name or a number, it's just a flat brush. I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Smoky Bronze, and I'm just going to put this kind of all over my lid up to about 3/4 of the way along. Nah, screw that, I'm using my finger. And then I'm just kind of running the excess on my brush onto my lower lash line. To really make this prom-like and add a little bit of glitter, I'm using the Imagination Ultra Glow Metallic Cream Eyeshadow from Lottie London in the shade Can't Cope. And I'm pretty much just going to add a little layer of this over the top of that to add a bit more glitter and really just bring this to life. So I'm just kind of painting that on, but then I'm also going to go in with my brush just to blend the edges a little bit. And then on my inner corners, I'm using this shade, which is called Fairy Lights, even though I've already got a bit of highlighter there already. And then I'm just going to go back in and give one last blend. And then you could use a liquid liner if you wanted to do like a liquid flick. But what I'm actually going to do is something a little bit different. I'm going to use a kind of like kohl eyeliner pencil. This is a Miss Sporty one in the shade Brown Designer. And I'm actually going to run a bit of this along my top lash line and use a brush to kind of smoke it out a little bit. So it's just a little bit softer than liquid liner, and also I'm not going to do a wing with it just because I know that can be stressful on prom day, so I'm just going to leave it out. You could obviously use lashes. I'm going to use mascara, and I am going to use some unicorn lashes in Clementine. These are dramatic, but not too dramatic, so they're not super heavy feeling. They don't have a really thick band, so they're still going to be comfortable. However, if you don't want to do lashes, I wouldn't recommend having prom as the first time you're trying it because it will probably go wrong. This is the Revolution Mascara Revolution. I've just realised I haven't done my eyebrows. I will do them in a sec. I'm using the Collection Incredibrow Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette, and then I'm going to use the Lottie London Arch Rival Brow Artist in Medium. I also have the light shade. I kind of use both of these, to be honest. So I am going to do my lashes off camera, but first I'm just going to quickly do my lips. So I'm going to use the Rimmel lip liner in Tiramisu. And then I'm using my lipstick with Revolution in Syrup. I was going to add a gloss, but I feel like this is this is enough. Let's add a tiny dab. This is the Barry M Gloss Me Up lip gloss in Sugar. And this is the Prom Makeup Without Lashes. Let me just give you a close-up. So this is how everything is looking before I've added my lashes. So I'm just going to go put those on and I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes are on. This is the finished makeup look. And then for my hair, I literally just curled it with my GHDs. I briefly showed this in a Q&A video a couple videos back. I also showed how I do this in my recent vlog on my second channel, which is Soph Does Vlogs. But yeah, I just curled my hair and that is pretty much it. So as you can see, the lashes aren't too dramatic. Okay, so moving on to the next part of this video, I'm going to be trying on 4 cheap prom dresses. They're all under £20. I did an order from Boohoo and then one of them is from Nasty Gal, which I did mention in a haul video previously, but I never actually tried it on. So the Nasty Gal one was £17.50 on special offer. I think full price it was £35, but they always have like discounts and stuff. And then the ones that I got on Boohoo, one of them, actually 2 of them were £15 and one of them was £16.80. Again, I think they did have like a discount on Boohoo's website, but I think even full price, all of these dresses are under £35. So I will leave them linked down below. I have them in this bag. So let's try these on. So apologies for a bit of a weird camera angle, but the shoes that I'm going to be wearing with this dress, not that you'll be able to see it, are these, which are from Koi Footwear. I think they're like £27 maybe. So the first one that I'm going to go for, oh, this matches my nails. The first one I'm going for is this one, which is from Boohoo. It's called the Bustier Detail Fishtail Maxi Dress in Cornflower Blue, and I got this in a size 8 because I don't think they did a 6. Okay, so dress number 1. I feel like this would actually be okay if it fits. It's a bit big, like just round everywhere. I feel like if it was maybe a bit more kind of like this, although that doesn't look the most flattering. So there wasn't any like zips or anything. It was literally just a kind of like pullover dress, but it's also quite like big round the back. And then the bottom of it, wait, let me just move you back a little bit. I don't really know how well you can see, but the bottom of it has kind of got like a fishtail sort of shape, but it does have kind of like a seam line where you can just see where the material's been attached. But I do actually quite like this. I think for £15, if it actually fit, I think I could get away with this. It is quite a thin material. It's just like a stretchy kind of bodycon material, but you can't see my pants through it, which is good. And I'm wearing Calvin Klein's today, which has got the band here that says Calvin Klein, and you can't see that through it, so I think that's good. This is what like the bottom of it looks like. So I feel like if this actually fit me a bit better, like round here and like round the sides, I think this could actually be quite cute. Please ignore my bin, by the way. But yeah, I feel like for £15, this is not bad. And then the top of it just kind of has these like cup bits and then like stretchy straps, but the straps aren't too long, which I kind of thought they might be. However, I would say that this dress is quite, because it's quite tight fitting, I feel like it's going to show a lot. So I would definitely be breathing in like the whole time I'm wearing this. Oh, and also it is quite long because I'm only 5'2". I feel like all of these dresses would come up quite long, and like for my prom dress I had to get it taken up. So dress number 2 is an off-the-shoulder maxi dress in black. Again, I got this one in a size 8, which is kind of giving me the idea that it might be a bit too big. But maybe if it was in my size, then it would be fine, but let's try it on. Okay, so this one again is a little bit big for me, but if this fit, I would 100% wear this to prom. It has a zip down the back, which just like did up here, and it's not made of like I kind of thought it was going to be a stretchy sort of material, but it's more of like a kind of crepe sort of material. Like, I don't know if you can kind of figure out what type of material I mean, but this is so beautiful. It sits off the shoulder, but I mean it is a bit big on the boobage area. It does have this kind of like lining in it, like sticky lining, so it could kind of grip. I feel like I would just need a slightly smaller size because the arm bits are a bit big as well. But it just kind of like goes in at the waist here, and then it's just like a flowy dress with a slit. And I think this is so beautiful. If you don't want a super kind of figure hugging dress and something that you're going to be a bit more comfortable in because it's like super flowy, you've got the slit. I really like this one. So if I just show you the bottom, okay, excuse all my bottles on here, I know that that's kind of not the best, but yeah, the bottom of it just looks like this. So again, it is pretty long on me. Oh yeah, I just realized I haven't put the shoes on for any of these. Oh well, you kind of get the idea of the shoes. So yeah, it is like a little bit too long, hopefully you can see, but I love this. I think it's gorgeous. Like, I think it definitely looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. So the next dress is the Boutique Sequin Panel Mesh Maxi Dress. This one I did get in a size 6, and it was like in the reduced section from Boohoo Boutique. Actually, I think this one was as well. This one is like a proper flowy, glitzy prom dress with like gold sequins, and it's navy, so I'm gonna give this a try. Okay, so this dress is definitely too big, like mostly around the top half. I think like the thing is with me, I am 5'2", but my torso and like my body is definitely like the shorter part of me. I have relatively long legs and then like a short torso, and also because I have small boobs as well, I don't really like fill this out. The straps are quite long, so that's definitely something to consider, and they're not adjustable, so I think I would have to get these like adjusted. And then on the back, obviously I'm wearing a bra, so you'd have to wear like a, well, like one of those sticky bras, I guess, or no bra, because you can see my bra strap. It's got this kind of like crossover bit at the back, which I do think is quite pretty. And then it also has the sequins like in the middle. The only thing I would say about this one is it's really itchy under the armpits because it's got sequins. My GCSE prom dress was all sequins like along the top, and I found the sequins a bit of a problem because they really like rubbed my arms here. But yeah, I don't think you really want to be going to prom with this kind of situation. But the actual dress itself, like the length of it and everything, is just super flowy. It doesn't have any sort of shape to it, so it would definitely be kind of like a good one for dancing in. But again, there is a lot of material, like it's a really long dress. Also, another thing as well, the waistband is kind of itchy, which is weird because the sequins are on the outside, but I can kind of feel them on the inside as well. I think just for the reason of the sequins, this one gets a thumbs down from me, even though I really love the style of it. Like, it looks really pretty, but it's just like annoying and uncomfortable. Okay, I'm gonna go get the final dress and try it on, which is the one from Nasty Gal, which was £17.50. Okay, so this is the final dress, which is the one from Nasty Gal. I absolutely love this. It's made of this kind of like satin material, and it has like a cowl neck, but I just really like how the shape of it has got this kind of like ruched bit at the side, and then it has the slit. It is like maxi length, but this one is a little bit shorter than the others. I don't really know how well you can see. I'm sorry that my setup isn't the best, but I think what I do with this one, just to make it a little bit more flattering, is maybe wear like a skinny kind of like chain belt around the middle or something. But yeah, I love this so much. I think it's so pretty. It is a little bit like static though, and I got this one in a size 6. Oh, and this one also has got like a zip down the side like here, so you can get it on and off more easily. And then it does also have adjustable straps, which is really useful. Let me know down below which one was your favourite. I'm just gonna find a question of the day, as I do at the end of all of my videos. So today's question comes from Taylor Sears, and she said, what is your favourite season of Game of Thrones? Also love you, Soph. Thank you so much, I love you too. And I feel like season 8 has been very controversial. A lot of people haven't liked it, but I'm actually really enjoying it. And the last episode that I watched, which was the, well, if you're watching this like a bit later, oh my god, this video is probably going to go up on the final day, the day of the final of Game of Thrones. But the episode before the final, I actually thought was such a good episode. I know that so many people got like really pissed off about certain things in that episode, but I really enjoyed it. I think my favourite seasons have definitely got to be 6, 7 and 8. Because I watched it so close together, I can't really distinguish between the different seasons to like pick an absolute favourite season. I don't know really. It's like a toss-up between 5, 6, 7 and 8. So I'm going to end this video here. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm so excited because I'm getting a new phone today. I've had this one for ages and it's like slowly dying on me, so I won't have this phone case for much longer. But this is from Amazon. A lot of people were asking, but I don't think they sell it anymore. I hope if you guys are going to prom, you have an amazing time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!